Okay, just got back to our shop in Enumclaw from Neah Bay. Here's that tank. We actually looked, and there's a mark on there. It says 50 gallons. This is a 50-gallon line to this first rung. And so between the two davits that were on the barge, pulling them both dry, it came out to 50 gallons, so 25 each. The batteries that were on the list, there's the two truck batteries, and there was 4 car batteries. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 car batteries. So there's a total of 6. And then there was, on the one davit for the electric start motor, there was an AGM glass mat battery, a little motorcycle battery. There's that one. And then inside the back workshop, there was an electric winch. There's that battery. And then we bought a brand new battery today to run that 12-volt pump to suck out the oil from the davits. So we took care of the davit oil, which was your big concern. We took care of the car batteries that were another big concern, the truck batteries and the car batteries. Took care of these batteries. Took care of some of the chemicals on the shelf. We'll get the rest this coming weekend. And then we took care of the Freon. We didn't take care of it. There was nothing to take care of. I'll send you the video. We have a video of our tech going up to there, checking with a pressure gauge. There was nothing on the pressure gauge. He checked the gauges that were on the machine. They read 0. He checked the sight glasses for the oil level. That was at 0. And as we said before, that machine had broke down well before we came on the scene, and High Tide Seafoods determined that it was too expensive to fix. It had already blown out all the seals and everything 3-4 years ago. And so we come along, and sure, there's a sticker on there that says R22. It does not mean that it has R22 in it currently. It just means that when it is up and running and in perfect condition, it's built to run on R22. So it's completely empty. There's nothing in there. We even cracked a line just to make sure, double check our gauges, and maybe the gauges were reading wrong. So we cracked the line open. There's absolutely 0 pressure, 0 refrigerant in that entire refrigeration unit. So you'll see the video of our tech up there. So that was the big concerns. There's a few little things left. We pulled the generators out of the water that were in the barge on the starboard side that's dipping a little lower than the port side. We pulled those generators out of the water and up in the dry, and water pumps. And boy, all that's left is just a few spray cans, and that's it. The barrels, there's only one that has fuel in there for the water pumps that were on board, and it's just water pump fuel. But the let's see, the rear tank, like we said before, has salt water in it for ballast, and that was the one off the back side that they used to use for fuel for those generators back there, those diesel generators. But like I said, the fishermen came over and helped themselves to the diesel fuel that was in it, and then filled it back full of salt water for ballast, so the tank didn't float away, just an empty tank. And that's pretty much it. We did go over to the Coast Guard that's right there at Neah Bay. We went to the Coast Guard office, showed them the boat. They've been watching us, which was great. We love working with you guys. But they were watching us and seeing what we were doing, and we brought the boat over and showed them, and you'll see the pictures of the officers that we talked to, and we showed them what we took off of there. And the one officer identified himself, and he said, "I'm the one that called it in last year." And he said, "I'm the one that called the inspection last year." And he said, "The inspection came out fine last year." And I said, well, we didn't put anything more on it other than the water pumps since last year. And he said, yeah, why they're calling an inspection now, I don't know. But he said last year it passed the inspection just fine. We didn't find, he said the results of the inspection was that there was no hazardous something determined. And so that was it. And he was very happy with what we did. We signed into the Coast Guard office there. So you got us on security camera, you got our signatures. We were both there, me and the tech. And we showed him this oil. Told them, and they saw us pulling it out of the davits. We showed them the batteries, and they were very thankful that we were getting on it. So we'll be back next weekend to get the rest of the stuff on your list, but we just want to let you know that we've been on it, just like we promised, and we're following through. So again, there's the car batteries, 4 car batteries, 2 big truck batteries, 2 motorcycle batteries. That third one is one that we brought today to run that pump to put the oil in this tank from the davits. And that pump worked fantastic. So, and then we got some of the spray cans and stuff off the shelves. The 3 of the barrels that are in there laying on their side, they're completely empty. We pulled the plugs, there's nothing in them. I think what they were trying to do, and the reason those barrels are on there, they were going to use the welder that you found up on the dock. They were going to use a welder to weld those barrels together in a long line and put them along the side of the barge for flotation. So they're empty steel barrels that were sealed, and they wanted to use them for a flotation device, and they just lost interest in the whole thing. So we'll see if we can get those barrels off or not, but there's nothing hazardous in there. There's no hazardous chemicals to worry about. So we'll reconvene next week when we get more stuff off of your list. Thank you.